This game is rated M by the ESRB.
Okay, did you cut these out during your recording?
No, I did them all.
Okay.
I didn't read them though. I just reacted.
This must be another person infected by the death dream. It would appear that way, yes. Oh, here we go.
You gotta do it.
Gods. Please don't tell me we have to go back in there. I'm no good at this mind game crap. I'd rather hit something in the face and be done with it. Same. Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission. Yeah. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked under a stairway in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that seems without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes. An eternity slips by in the single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Hey, anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior. I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me! Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired man and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss. This is Bignot. Long have we been searching for you. Stupid. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Bignot extends his massive hand and pulls me from the cell.
Is there a dream stand?
Yeah. Fucking Laliho!
Oh.
Don't you remember him?
Yeah, I forgot.
What was it? Something Death 13.
Yeah.
Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are as keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear the rain again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my feet and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know that you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Oh.
Yep.
Okay. At the end of the corridor, find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again, until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know. Insanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound. Whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. squint down the dim corridors.
You want to go east?
Is this like an actual, like, you can fail?
Yeah, you can fail this.
Okay.
You can go different directions, but if you go different directions, you're going to need to backtrack
Okay.
through the dream. Anytime you get something like this, you want to go north or east.
Okay.
And if you take too long, you fail and you have to do the whole thing over again.
Oh. What?
North or east?
Either? I find myself in a great hall with only the sound of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rests china and silver of the finest constructions, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chairs at the table's head. But as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects have made homes in their remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hands, then slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs prove to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that runs from the seat, up the back, and down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet, and I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. For if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crimes for which this was the punishment. But in truth, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Against all hope, we make it to the front door. "Break it down!" someone cries, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Bignot and Grimoire Weiss, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled in front of the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west, I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. "How can I thank you?" I cry as tears join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. "Your dress?" asks Weiss. "Then you are a woman, madam." "Yes, I am." I proffer the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one known as Bignot is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well.
God damn it.
God, shut up, Bignot. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, the uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life as shades.
These are a lot shorter, so.
You have anything to say about that? Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time. I hear you.
There you go.
You're safe. You don't have your hood on. You're alive. Look at you.
Yeah, she's a lady with glasses.
She's a little lady with glasses. Gotta do another one.
Yeah,
oh,
these are a lot shorter.
I'm probably gonna keep these all in a single video.
Mm-hmm.
Like these extra ones, I'll keep in a single video.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna have like a thing. If there's more to this video, which I doubt, I'll just tell people, like, this is all this is gonna be, and if they want to skip it, they can just go to the
part of the
next
Let's
video
Play,
or
bro.
skip to the end.
That's how it is.
But, I mean, I understand that this wouldn't be exciting for people to watch, so I'm gonna
Oh yeah,
probably put up
definitely.
time codes and annotations for people who want to skip it.
That's nice of you. I would never do that.
And another victim.
Jesus
This
Christ,
work
dude.
is certainly trying.
Vice, what the fuck are you on?
Excuse me, I had a Diet Coke.
How do you get that in there? Where's
He
it
has
go?
a mouth, apparently, remember?
I know, but does it go in the pages?
It's been teleported to an extraplanar dimension, like
Alright.
a bag of holding.
Oh, fuck that.
Or like Kirby's stomach.
Maybe it turns into words in the book.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
that'd
that's
be
how he
that'd be
processes
kinda
new
cool,
words. He just
actually.
eats things. I'm surprised, Vice. You're a book. All this word stuff should be right up your alley. Yes, quite. Well, enough chatter. Let's be off. A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Vice and Bignot had never seen such a sight.
Fucking hate how
And
you
their
say
eyes
Bignot.
widened
You
as-
fucking piss me off every time. God damn it.
What? What's wrong with the way I say Bignot?
Bignot, why are you mad,
I've just
Bignot?
been... Listen, I'm
It is just game, Bignot.
I've been bottling it up
Pepe
this
Kim.
whole time. I needed to say something.
You play Pepe game. It is fine, Bignot.
And their eyes widened as they tried to take it in. Hey, Vice. We keep walking, but those things don't get any closer. I don't get it. Are they really that big? As Vice oh, I get to listen to this the whole story?
Yeah, well, not the whole story, I don't think, but
Oh.
it's really good.
I just had to listen to it for a little bit.
It's fine. It's a good song.
As Vice considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity. Perhaps these are some manner of mirage, he said. Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Bignot nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid this material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made Bignot lightheaded. Suddenly, he dropped to his knees and slammed his hand against the black surface. "God damn it," he said. "Is this some kind of joke?" "Well, I'm not laughing!" Roxas!
What the fuck?
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
It's like, "You're not meant to be, Roxas. You have no right to be." And he's like, and then Roxas just goes,
Is that supposed to be a joke?
"Well, I'm not laughing."
It's been way too long for me.
Just gonna make a bunch of obscure Kingdom Hearts references. Don't worry about it.
God damn it.
The complaining had already begun. Vice tried to not let his eyes roll too much. "A joke," he said. No joke. This road leads to the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of
Christ,
grand
dude.
artistic work. Oh, come on. That's bullshit and you know it. Possibly, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. Bignot glanced at Vice's grinning face, cursed silently to himself, and resumed walking. As time passed, Bignot's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. "We are definitely getting closer," said Vice in an effort to cheer his companion. "Yes, this much is certain." Encouraged, Bignot lifted his gaze. Suddenly, he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open and his finger pointing in the distance. "Water!" he cried. "It's water!" "Water?" asked Vice. "Preposterous! I don't see any water." "It's right there, idiot! Can't you see it? Look, the sun is reflecting off it." Without waiting for a response, Binyat sprang to life and bounded toward the site. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. Binyat closed his eyes and sighed as Vice floated up behind him, chuckling softly. I believe this is known as a mirage, he said. Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things. Binyat shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. Wait, there it is. I just missed it. Look, it's right there. Binyat sprinted off again, leaving Vice with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, Binyat came to a halt. I could have sworn it was right around here. Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue, shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour until an exasperated Vice finally floated up to Binyat and struck him in the face with his cover. You damn blithering idiot, stop this at once! There is no water here! Binyat's face clouded. There isn't? There is not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much. Vice paused for a moment.
Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me.
It's 9:53 currently.
That was the
and
most
like
terrifying
clockwork,
thing.
it happened again.
That was so scary. Oh my god.
Did you think I was being attacked?
I don't know. It just came out of nowhere.
There's a dude who owns a non-street legal dirt bike and likes to, for some reason, ride it through the neighborhood. I don't know why. I don't think, maybe it makes him think he's cool.
Yeah.
Or something. You know, like, I don't know. I can still hear it off in the distance. That's how, like, loud it is. That thing's loud. And it's 10 at night. How is that cool? How are you being cool? That's not cool to people.
Apparently it's really cool.
I kind of want to, like, at 9:30 p.m.
Get a gun.
set up a tripwire.
Set
and,
up
like, put a clothesline across the street and see if he fucking eats shit.
Oh, okay, that works too. I wasn't saying you should get a gun.
I was thinking about that too. Vice paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. However, I do believe there are motorcycles nearby. I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the city of art. Binyat looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. They're huge, called Binyat, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. I've never seen anything so big. Giggity. Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same
You're
shape.
talking about a dick.
A tall rectangle that stretched up toward the sky. But that is where the similarities ended. Most were covered with panes of glass that reflected the light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others possessed triangular caps. What kind of city is this? Said Binyat. Where are the people? Where are the houses? Perhaps the land is intended exclusively for artistic use. The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. Are they in New York City?
No.
As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were composed of materials they had never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, Binyat and Vice eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Binyat uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. Finally, I was getting tired of modern art. The 3 statues were indistinguishable, except for a single word chiseled into the right arm. One read Alpha, one read Beta, and the final one read Gamma. As Binyat moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. Only one form is real. The others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will speak only lies. With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the 3 statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. "Hey, look at that," said Binyot. "They're alive." The triplets bowed low before Binyot. "Please," said Alpha, "you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real." "Stop lying," said Beta. He turned to Binyot and threw his hands in the air. "Alpha's a fake. You know I'm the real one." "What a load of crap," said Gamma. "Beta is fake. Everyone knows I'm the only real one around here." Their respective pleas given, the 3 statues returned to their frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city. When you consider all of the statements, only one of them could be the real thing." Binyot furrowed his brow, considered his answer. "Oh, God. Okay. Do I have a time limit on this?
No, I don't believe so.
This is a good remix of the song, too. Like a different version of it.
Yeah, it's kind of... Not Salvation, the other one. Escape or something.
Kane's, Escape?
Yeah, I believe it's Escape.
Okay, so,
Look.
Alpha said that they're the real one. Beta said that Alpha's a fake, and Gamma said that Beta's a fake.
Yeah.
Only one shroom will say what is real. So if Alpha's the one that's telling the truth, then he's real, but that means that Gamma's lie doesn't make sense. Where that would mean that Beta's real. If what Beta is saying is true, then Alpha's a fake, and Gamma's a fake, and Beta is real. If what Gamma is saying is true, then Beta's a fake, but Alpha is still a fake. So the only real one can be Beta.
Yeah?
According to what I've deduced. Because that's the only one that makes sense.
Have a pretty solid deduction.
The real one is Beta. Though Binyot's voice betrayed a notable lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Vice nodding at him. "If Alpha were telling the truth," began Vice in the dry tones of a lecture, "Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, that theory crumbles." What? You're wording this really weirdly. "Now let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with 2 statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense. Therefore, Beta must be real." As Vice finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust, while Beta sprang to life once more. "Congratulations, villager," said Vice in a cheerful voice. "The time to awaken has arrived." "Thank you for saving me," cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable Binyot pulled him to his feet. "Why did you have a dream like this?" "Why did you have a dream like this?" asked Vice. "Have you been to this city before?" The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this. But at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before." "Deja vu," muttered Binyot. "It's just like that damn mayor." A vague sense of unease that struck Binyot during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind. Okay, that was terrible. "I'm positive I have seen that place before." "Stop. Got enough foreboding crap from everyone else in my life. Don't you start too." "Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?" "Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct." I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime, thank you very much. Yeah, I hear you. Well, let's go see the mayor.
Alright, there you go. All done.
We did it!
And
We're
you
all
had
free.
You had to do this, by the way.